queen.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So when you
it
say
don't
Butch
really.
Queen, please explain that. What is Butch Queen?
Butch queen is somebody who basically looks butch,
Uh-huh.
aka hard,
Butch is like
yeah, masculine,
okay,
but they act a little bit more flamboyant.
okay,
Um, yeah,
okay.
that's pretty much the
Yeah.
basic definition for it.
Okay.
So yeah, I identify as butch queen.
Butch Queen.
Where do I move in this world? Could you please tell me what the hell I'm doing for it? Bring me to my knees. I'm so stupid. Would you tell me honestly if I wasn't meant to be what I see you when I dream? Where do I move in this world? Could you please tell me what the hell I'm doing for it? Bring me to my knees. I'm so stupid. Would you tell me honestly if I wasn't meant to be what I see when I dream? It's a big, big world out there. Plenty possibilities. All of them.
This is another episode of the Gentleman's Club, man. We on like episode every time I get into this, we on like episode 20. I don't even know. But again, this is the Gentleman's Club podcast, and we have a familiar face. Last week we had my brother-in-law, so this week we got my brother-in-law again. You can introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Lamont, brother-in-law,
Of course.
brother. You
Yes.
know,
Yes. One of my favorite people in the world, you know what I'm saying? So I had a little bit comments, a little bit of drawback, a little bit of back and forth on social media, and people want to get to know who Lamont is, you know what I'm saying? Um and I'm gonna allow that, you know what I'm saying? Brand new podcast, so of course we're gonna get real personal. We're gonna try to figure out who Lamont is exactly, you know what I'm saying? And once again, this is the Gentleman's Club. This is where we tackle relationships, marriage, lifestyle, everything involved with changing the narrative. We tired of the same narrative for real, for real. So once again, this is another episode of the Gentleman's Club. All right. So Lamont, first question: are you single?
yes, I'm single.
You single?
It's bittersweet. I like it sometimes, but I get lonely at the same time. Um, but yeah, I'm single right now.
You single? So you single? I'm married. And the way I see it is, I'm always like, if it ain't my wife, it's my kids. If it ain't my kids, it's my wife. I'm always trying to dib and dab in different things and try to stay busy. How do you stay busy being that you're single and you are you looking or are you just single?
Uh, I would say not really. I'm not looking, but I mean, if the opportunity, approaches itself, I
You
might,
take so you the
take it.
type so you the type to just sit back and
Yeah,
yeah.
see,
Who
what
tries
the
to holler
vibe
at
is.
you?
Yeah.
Are you the type to go up to a person and holler at them or
No, I think that's why I'm single, honestly. Because I'm not the
okay.
type to go towards
Yeah.
a person. So yeah, but I kind of want to work on that actually.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not that type either. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the type to wait and make sure that they like me before I actually like say, hey, I'm Dante and this, that, and the third. And that's how I met my wife. You know what I'm saying? I met my wife. I try to be her friend first, but I'm too cool. I don't try to be friend zone. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people be trying to be friends, but then they end up in the friend zone, and
Hmm.
that's something I was not trying to have. So when I met my wife, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be her friend for a little bit, and then, but I'm never gonna try to be friend zone. That's when I draw the line. Do you see yourself like that, like trying to be friends first before you like get to know them, or how do you go about if you like a person? How do you go about trying to get their attention?
Um, I usually start out as friends
That's
first.
cool.
Yeah, but it kind of depends on the situation too. Um, yeah, it kind of depends on the situation, but I would say I start out as friends. I feel like it makes me more comfortable. I get to know the person a little bit more,
Yeah,
and then I can see whether or not I want to take it to the next level.
right, right. And I noticed when because I went to Gardner Ware first. My wife now she went to Winston Salem State, and at Winston Salem State, social media was lit. Like when I went to Winston Salem State, I had to get my social media right. Like, but when I was at Gardner Ware, we wasn't no social media people. Like we just
Mm.
wasn't. We were so into like just the campus, trying to do homework. It was like really dumbed down and like away from what was really going on out here, like social media growing up. Snapchat was popping,
Mm.
Instagram was jumping. is that a route that you take? That's a route that you like prefer? Is that something that you can like? How does a guy talk to you? Like, is that? I guess that's what I'm saying. Because a lot of people now, you're younger than me, so a
Hmm.
lot of people use social media. Is social media okay, or is your DMs popping? Like, what's your
Yeah,
DMs look
social media is fine. I mean, my DMs is yeah, it's like that.
like?
Every time I post something, because I don't really post a lot on social media, so
Yeah,
it's like when I do, people be like, "Oh, like heart eyes,"
yeah,
and "I
yeah,
miss you. You look good," all that.
yeah.
So yeah, social media is fine, but I'm more of a traditional person. I would say
Okay,
I like to run into somebody and they approach me and then we go from there.
right. And there's nothing wrong with that. And side note, y'all just heard that. What's your social media?
Play with Saint.
Play with Saint is his social media. So make sure y'all get on there, get in his DMs. He's single, so but okay, so social media is cool with you.
Mhm.
But you more traditional, which is kind of like how I am. I'm very traditional actually. Like if I can't play these games, they play a lot of games. How do you feel about because they do a lot of well now you can tell me if I'm wrong, but they do a lot of people having to do a lot of wifey duties, husband duties before they're actually even boyfriend or girlfriend. For
Mhm.
example, um, I have friends, I have guy friends who actually take girls out on dates and have to like that's their way to communicate with them. And I feel like that's you spending money on this female, you ain't even got to know them yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So in my opinion, I think that a lot of text messages, traditional stuff,
Mhm.
texting calling FaceTiming, building that bond, and then all of a sudden, hey, you want to go out to dinner. So
Mhm.
what's your process while you're dating? Are you quick to jump to dates? Are you expecting things like initially when you first meet them? Like how does it go? Like what's a red flag? Like what's something that's like okay, he legit or he I can trust this guy.
Something that red flag for one. I hate feeling like I'm like a burden to
Right.
somebody. So like if I'm doing more of the I don't want to say more of the texting, but
Yeah.
like if I'm the one that's kind of holding the conversation,
Yeah.
I'm a Gemini. So like we like to talk, we like to dig deep, we like to,
Getting your feelings.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like if I feel like I'm kind of overstepping or like you're not giving me enough,
Yeah.
then that's a red flag to me. Um,
So you like the energy that you give, you want to get that back
yeah.
tenfold.
Mhm.
Yeah, and ain't nothing wrong with that. What else? Is there anything else that you
Um,
like look for?
uh, Honestly, I would just say, a sense of like
Urgency.
urgency. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
feel like you are actually interested in me.
yes,
I don't
yes.
want to feel like you not
Interested.
interested or that I'm doing a little bit more than you are.
Right. And I'm the exact same way, even though I'm Sagittarius. I'm not a Gemini, but I'm Sagittarius. And
Hmm.
when I met my wife, man, I kept everything so straight. I like it was like so straight to the point where like, okay, now you already know what you're getting here. What is your options here? Probably you don't really know. And that's the picture that I wanted to paint. So, and I said literally during our dating time, it was like, and yes, I'm when I say dating, I'm talking about his sister, like my wife. You know what I'm saying? This is my brother-in-law. So whenever I started dating, and I started telling her like, hey, this is what I wanted. This is like he was literally like, listen, all I want is your time. If you're
Hmm.
gonna give me your time, if I be like, if I'm texting you, text back. Like if I'm asking you out on a date, don't play me. Then I see find you on social media, you on a date with another guy. Like
Hmm.
if I'm doing all of this, make sure that it's reciprocated. You're not making me look stupid. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to look stupid. That was the
Yeah.
biggest thing for me. It's not looking stupid because I knew coming in exactly the guys. Like I'm an investigator too. Like whenever I see a woman or my wife, I kind of like look around her in a sense before I
Hmm.
actually go at her because a lot of things I do, I like I said, I investigate. So I kind of like, okay, she hang with thoughts, so she might be a thought. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I'm really like in my bag when it comes to like trying to read people, and I start with the circle out. I start with a circle, and then I kind of like, okay, she is what she says she is, and I try to like move off of that energy. So, like I said, I'm safe moving. Like I'm very safe with my pride. Like
Mhm.
I don't want to get my feelings hurt. I'm not about to. Let me ask you this: are you the type to like walk up to? You say you're not the type to walk up on somebody and like try to
Mm,
holler at them.
nah, no. Unfortunately not.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you. Okay, I know
I'm
you said
trying to though. Like I'm trying to break out my shell and like
get out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
But see the thing is like with the gay community, it's a lot of um what's the word? It's a lot of uh
Find the word. Subliminals. What is it?
no, it's a lot
I
of
don't know.
roles basically.
Okay. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
like if you are quote unquote the masculine one,
Uh,
you have you are supposed to be the one that approaches.
okay.
And for me, like it's kind of tricky because like I'm attracted to feminine and masculine.
Okay.
So like a lot of people don't really know what I give until I
Start
start
talking.
talking and
Yeah.
stuff. Because from the outside, I give masculine, but once I start talking, it gives butch queen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So when you
it
say
don't
Butch
really.
Queen, please explain that. What is Butch Queen?
Butch queen is somebody who basically looks butch,
Uh-huh.
aka hard.
Butch is like
Yeah, masculine,
okay.
but they act a little bit more flamboyant.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much the
Yeah.
basic definition for it.
Okay.
So yeah, I identify as butch queen.
Butch Queen. That's yeah. So what's your preference though? You walk right into that. What is your preference? If you had to, if you in Walgreens or you at gas station and this guy walks in, what's your
Mhm.
preference? And like start from the top to the bottom.
It's crazy because like I I have a preference, but like I said, I'm attracted to feminine and masculine. So it really don't matter. Like, honestly, I go off of energy.
Okay.
Like, obviously I like attraction. You gotta look good.
Right. When you
We
say look good,
gotta
you mean like fly. The
yeah,
reason I know that is because you fly as hell and
yeah,
your sister flies hell too.
yeah. Like we gotta look good together.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So like I look for attraction, um, good head on your shoulders,
When you say good head, you mean like God fearing or
Uh
like or some because
yeah, like I like woke
woke
people.
people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the last boy that I talked to, he was very woke. Like
Yeah.
that was very attractive to me. Like you gotta be able to teach me some stuff.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, I'm a Gemini, so like we kind of have that intellectual, thing about us. So you gotta be able to like teach me, something. I
Right.
can't be the only one that's, dropping the gems.
Right. What about light skin or dark skin? You like light skin, dark skin? What is it?
I prefer dark skin, but I mean, I don't really
It's
care
not
about
really
that. As long as you black.
so. So that is something that you prefer. You can't talk to a white guy like
No.
no
I
at
mean, that's
all.
not to say I don't find white guys attractive,
Right.
but I
Could you
could
take a
never.
white guy serious or a person of another race serious? Puerto Rican. You know, they close to black.
Yeah, maybe Puerto Rican,
Maybe Puerto Rican.
maybe,
Maybe
but mostly black.
mostly black.
Mostly black.
Okay.
You got to come from the same background that I do. Like, we got to have that same, like, upbringing,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. And okay. So moving on, how would you define relationship in your opinion? How would you define a relationship? In my opinion, I'm married now, so I look at it
Mm-hmm.
totally different than before I was married because it takes a lot, or you putting in a lot in a marriage. Like after a while, you start to realize, like, dang, like what would I do without this person? You know what I'm saying? And like
Mm-hmm.
you start to take marriage over a lot of things. You start to put stuff like, okay, when I'm a boyfriend and girlfriend, I would never do this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
for example, a lot of women, while they're boyfriend and girlfriend, they're in their man's apartment, they're cleaning, they're cooking, they're taking care of their kids that are in theirs. Like they just doing a lot of wifey duties, and the man gets comfortable in
Mm-hmm.
that position, and it's like, why would I ever move forward when I get everything here.
Where do I move in this world? Could you please tell me what the hell I'm doing for it? Bring me to my knees. I'm so stupid. Would you tell me honestly if I wasn't meant to be what I see when I dream? Where do I move in this world? Could you please tell me what the hell I'm doing for it? Bring me to my knees. I'm so stupid. Would you tell me honestly if I wasn't meant to be what I see when I dream? It's a big, big world out there. Plenty possibilities. All of them